So we're down here on Anna Maria Island in Holmes Beach, and what we're hearing from the locals might shock you on this recovery. All right, welcome back to the channel. We are in full recovery mode in Cortez, Anna Maria, Bradenton, all them areas. I'm over here at tide tables. Let me show it to y'all real quick. Looks like everything's gonna be recovering quickly. They got a little damage to the outside bar. They're in there cleaning up. It's full recovery mode. Things are coming back together. This place won't take long, I'm telling y'all guys. We're gonna go ahead and show y'all around, show you where we're at, how the recovery's coming together before we get back to some fishing here soon. All right guys, so we're over here at the Starfish Company, and looks like it did well. There's a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but they're in full recovery mode. They're out here cleaning up, getting it all back together. Manatee County's hoping to have power back by Monday, like 90%, and Thursday 100%. So that's pretty quick, pretty awesome. But it looks like all these landmarks that we constantly go to have fared the storm as we're going through them one by one. So definitely in recovery mode now. All right, so we're here with another rental owner. How many rentals do y'all own? Two rentals on Anna Maria Island, and either one of them get any damage?
There's some, but it's recoverable.
Okay, recoverable. So one thing we want to make sure we pass along to the viewers, and it's one of my main goals of this recovery video, is that some of these rentals will be ready back to rent here soon, right?
Oh yeah, the parts where you rent in them, perfectly fine because they're elevated. It's just the downstairs garage areas that have to be redone, and of course the outside land. Yeah, clean up on the outside.
That doesn't take long in this
community.
Clean
up the pool, yeah.
There's one thing about Florida I've noticed being the last week, we clean up pretty quick. I mean, everybody gets into it, everybody helps each other, and everybody gets into it. So when do you think your rentals will be, ballpark, how long are we looking at before you're back up, ready to roll?
Well, as quick as the workers can work, but I would think this whole island should be up and running and within 4 to 6 weeks. I can't see it, most places will be anyway.
So 4 to 6 weeks is what he's saying. So if you had plans to come down the island in the spring or even January, February.
Oh, it'd be long fixed by then.
Yeah, I wouldn't go canceling everything you got going on and stuff like that. If anything, these people down here and us, as I'm a fishing guide here with Florida Fishing Company, we're gonna need the revenue. We're gonna need the money to come back in because we're all taking a huge hit while everything's shut down right now. This is one of our busiest seasons coming up with snowbirds and fall time and stuff like that. So make sure y'all come on down here. Like I said, the last storm, Helene, we had like 8 restaurants open within a week. Yeah. So it doesn't take long. They're gonna get the sand back on the beaches and get it back operational. I just wanna pass this along to you from an owner themselves on the island today that it's not that bad for them. There is some though, I'm not gonna lie, there's some that took big hits, but it's I would say, if I had to take a wild guess, I would say 1 out of 30 properties got some really kind of wind damage. Yeah, got some big wind damage on it. So, make sure y'all still come down and visit Anna Maria Island. It's still gonna be a great place. It's gonna be better than ever. Appreciate your time. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're down here at the north side of the island at Ocean Star. Looks like this restaurant did well. Also, Galata Yachts did well. It looks like they pull out all the yachts out of here, and both of these businesses did well. A little bit of siding missing off of Ocean Star, but it's a great Japanese and sushi restaurant down here on the island that a lot of y'all vacationers visit and us locals too visit. So that's a good sign. Another good part of recovery. Looks like they'll be back open soon, and island's gonna start coming back together. It's recovery time.
Hey brother, our spirits are running high, man. Everything's broken, but our spirits are up, and we're gonna make this recovery stronger and better.
I don't know. All right, guys, so we're out on Anna Maria Island, and we want to talk to some locals about what's going on down here and how this recovery process is going along. How long you lived here now?
12 years.
12 years?
Yeah.
Did you ever think a day like this would come?
I kind of thought it would come one day, but maybe I wouldn't be living here when it happened.
So the first storm, Helene, what happened here? What'd y'all end up getting?
I mean, we had 2.5 feet of water in the garage. Obviously, the house is elevated, so we escaped a lot of damage. Mm-hmm. We just got water in the garage, but it's all designed to kind of come in and come out, so we were able to clean everything up. But as you can see down the street, man, a lot of these people who have, single-story flat ground houses, they just got destroyed.
Yeah, we see that, and I've seen that in the past with the older homes, the ones that take the biggest beating. Now, this last storm that came through, Milton, how did that go for you?
A lot of wind. I mean, the water wasn't bad at all. We didn't even get any water in the garage at all, okay? So it was really just debris, limbs, wind. More problem I had from the guy's neighbor next door. All his shingles kept flying over and smacking into the house and the boat and stuff, and so that just makes a big mess everywhere.
How bad was the debris out here? Did you see
Well, you
anything?
saw the pictures yesterday.
Yeah, I did. I saw it, and I was just trying to. I mean, it really didn't look like it did much. It kind of stayed put. Most of the little stuff moved around. That's kind of what I expected.
We got a nice refrigerator for you right here. I mean, hey, and there's actually some stuff inside for you.
No,
okay,
we're good.
it smells nice. Okay, it
out.
smells nice. I hear.
Yeah, yeah, I know what that gets to be like. Let me ask you your honest opinion on the island. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you think the damage was to the island? Because there's so much speculation out there, and that's what we're trying to get across. Is really what we got here for these tourists and all the people that like to come down to Anna Maria Island and visit.
Well, I would say the first storm, Helene, was devastating. I mean, they just brought the entire ocean into the island. Okay, and the flood was just, I mean, that did really more damage to most of the homes. I mean, the water was just unbelievable. And these, you'll see if you go down the street, just everything they own is out in the street. Right. I mean, I think this time around, a lot of trees, a lot of roofs. Our neighbors have lost their roof. That house down around the corner, I mean, they've lost their roof. I mean, it's just...
So it's kind of like a double whammy. We got the flood on the first one, and we got completely different storms.
I would have thought we'd have been worse, to be honest with you, on the wind. Because I think we were sitting right on the northern eye wall for like 3 hours.
Look at all the houses on that corner out there, those are the ones that took the beating, the ones that were opened up on the side.
I bought this house to like to be tucked in just a little bit. Yeah, but
every storm's different, though. Yeah, everyone gives you something different.
I know. No, I was just...
Yeah, you do the best you can.
I think we got hit with both, to be honest with you. First one.
What do you think the recovery time is?
Oh,
honestly, when do you think the restaurants will be open and you'll start seeing the life of tourism and all that kind of coming back around here?
I mean, I bet you they'll be open in the next, 3 or 4 weeks. I think they'll be open. Too. I mean, I think it'll take months for the island to kind of get back to kind of normal. But I mean, they're pretty resilient, and so. It depends on how much damage they had with the water. The water was really difficult for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's kind of what I think. I think springtime. I think the snowbirds this year, we kind of shut that down. I think the next couple of weeks you'll start seeing some stuff open up, and I think by spring this place will look like Anna Maria Island.
So Jake, tell him how you found him.
Yeah, how'd you find him?
Because he took pictures of the house and everything.
Yeah.
Because you made the video blow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's blowing up. Over 2,000 an hour.
Oh,
people watching it.
Yeah, just came across you on YouTube. I have been scouring for days to try to get pictures. I messaged helicopters that were supposed to be flying in the area, all that sort of stuff, and came across your video and saw the house in the background and figured I'd reach out to see if you had any stock footage. And you guys were kind enough to come out here and take some early pictures for us, because it relieved a lot of anxiety for us, for sure.
That's what we're trying to do. We just went to another one just now where they texted me. They saw my number put up on there, and now they're texting me a little bit. And we don't mind at all. So it all started where we came out here in the morning just to kind of assess it. We show up at the ramp, and there's 10 different guys there. Like, can you give us rides? And come to find out, these guys are the contractors here. All these big-time guys, we get them out here, and I kept putting the boat on the trailer. I get stopped in the parking lot again. We pull it back off the trailer, and it kept going on. So we figured, well, why not make a video and share it with if this many people want to know, it'd be much easier just to get it online. And that's shown, like I said, it's going like 2,000 an hour.
I mean, the news agencies were really focusing in Tampa, in St. Pete, and the tornadoes and all. We couldn't get anything off the island. Really? I mean, the first time we got a bunch of helicopter flying by, we could able to see the houses, but we could see nothing. Right. I mean, it was like the blind, it's not, you don't know what kind of damage, whether your tree fell on your house or what's going on. And Jake was able to find you, and you were super kind enough to come out and take some pictures.
Guys. I'm glad I could help.
Yeah,
man. We'll see you around on the island.
All right,
at all the sandbars in here soon with that nice boat you got back there. It looks good. So every time something happens, I always try and take the positive out of it. It's one thing that I pride myself on. It's a big part of my life, is looking at everything in a positive way. And one thing I can say positive out of this storm for 100% sure is look at the water behind us. It's absolutely beautiful. And if any of y'all know, before we had this storm, we had a bunch of sewer water dropped into the Manatee River and made our beaches with some brown, dirty water. And Mother Nature did its job here and cleaned all that up. When you come back down to Anna Maria Island, the beaches are clean, they're beautiful, and the ocean looks like Anna Maria should look. That green turquoise water's coming back, guys, and we look forward to seeing y'all down here soon. All right, so one thing I'm noticing as I walk down the beach is all these old crab pots and buckets and just old dead corals and stuff like that. And you almost wonder if this is Mother Nature's way of purging itself, kind of cleaning out its ocean. Always one of the reasons behind why, and there's all kind of theories on storms, but why they happen in Mother Nature. And you know. All right, guys, so I was walking down the street, and homeowner over here stopped me real quick and said, you might want to see something pretty cool. And this shows you the power of these hurricanes. This door behind me was literally sucked off the hinges in this storm. Literally pulled it off the hinges, pulled the AC unit down, and he's about a quarter mile off the beach. How long do you think it'll take you to recover?
Oh, for us, as soon as we can get swinging, we're ready in 3 days. New door, new AC, I got guys.
3 days, man. 3 days, he's gonna be up and rolling. I told you, it's not gonna take long on this island. Recovery's underway. Just need some power in there. All right, guys, so the more we walk Holmes Beach, the more we're hearing from the locals here and the guys who own the Airbnbs and VRBOs that Holmes Beach should be up and running soon. Most of these people have washouts, what we call on the first floor, which means there's nothing on the first floor besides cinder block and maybe a little game room or something like that. All the living and all the stuff that's sheetrock is upstairs in most of these newer places down here. So you heard the last guy say it, 3 to 4 days he'll be up. I give it an honest 4 to 5 weeks, and I think you're gonna see a lot of rentals and fall rentals opening up and a lot of activity going on down here and a lot of restaurants open. All right, so I'm out at Corey. We brought him out here the other day, gave him a ride. One of the guys we gave a ride in the first video y'all saw, and you said your wife manages a bunch of properties down here, huh?
Yeah, she runs a company called Beach Boutique Rentals. They have, I think, roughly 80 vacation rental properties on the island, and they take care of all the maintenance and all the customer-facing elements of that business.
And so what are y'all looking at? You told me you're here at this house working on this house right now. What are you telling me time-wise you think this one's gonna take?
Ooh, I mean, to get it back to the way it was before Helene, probably, 2-3 weeks, I would say, of, a couple hours every day.
Right.
I do a lot of this work myself. As the island starts to pick up with the recovery, there'll be a lot more vendors coming around and landscape guys, but it's
right now it's power. They're trying to get the power back.
Power, yeah.
They're trying to get that back, and they'll bring the rest of it back.
Yeah.
As far as your wife, and I know we can't really speak on her behalf, but what are they thinking vacation-wise rental before they think they're back? Not all of them ready, but like people coming in here again, back restaurants, everything going.
Sure. I mean, I would think within 60-90 days there'll be quite a bit of action taken. I mean, it's a huge business here, and a lot of people have huge investments in this community and these properties, and they're going to do everything that they can to possibly get the place back up and running, and looking pretty for everybody. So,
and how bad do you think this last storm was? Let's go with Helene first. How bad do you think that was for the island?
I mean, Helene, I think, was more catastrophic in a sense that we had a lot of ground level flooding. It's never good to have water come into your home under any circumstances.
It destroys everything it touches.
I mean, wind is not great, but luckily, Helene was not a knockout punch for us, but it was a good kick in the butt.
That's what I think too.
And and then Milton. I mean, we really dodged a bullet with Milton. Absolutely, we were expected to get another 10 or 15 feet of storm surge here, and that didn't happen. We got some pretty bad wind, but nothing major. Other
a lot of these homes are built for that too.
Yeah, a lot of siding coming off houses. People with older roofs might have had some problems, but a lot of the newer construction stuff held up to it pretty well.
A lot of small fixes, we think. These little, basically like handyman fixes going to go on here on the island.
A lot of vinyl fences, stuff like that, from the winds. So.
Well, that's another account, like I said, that's coming from them. And look, I know a lot of these people that are watching this video, we saw it in the comments on the last video, are tourists. We want you to know, if you got a vacation set in January, February, and March, and you're trying to cancel it, I think you're jumping the gun. I think you need to hang tight and give it another couple of weeks and let it evolve and see if maybe your property's one of those 1 out of 30, 1 out of 40 that's gonna take a little longer. Because most of these properties I'm talking to are 3 days to 3-4 weeks. They're gonna be somewhat operational, So I don't always take in what the media says. A lot of what the media is showing is the worst of the worst. And that's a small percentage of the island. So don't want to downplay it either, but this island's going to recover quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
So appreciate your time, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, so we're over here, and I got a lot of comments on the last video talking about the piers, wondering about the fishing piers and all that stuff. A lot of you guys like to fish them or come down on vacation and like to fish them. The Bradenton Beach Pier is in good shape, great shape. That one's ready to fish. So the city pier is out of commission. as you see. And then the rod and reel pier is out of commission. That's completely gone. The city pier will be a little shorter, but the rod and reel pier is completely gone. Gonna be a rebuild there. But Bradenton Beach Pier is good to go. I don't see it be very long before they reopen that. And I'm gonna go check on one more pier on the Gulf side that I know a lot of y'all like to fish, and see what that one looks like over there next. All right, guys, I'm at another pier. They call it the 3 piers. I got 1 here, and then 2, and then 3. They're all made out of concrete. A lot of guys like to fish off of these. Actually, I think some people are already walking dogs out here, but they're not coming to fish yet. All these stayed intact. All the concrete's there. Nothing got lifted off of them. So 2 out of 4 piers that a lot of people like to fish down here made it. And if you don't come down here to vacation, make sure you reach out to us at Florida Fishing Company. A lot of our books got canceled this year, so we're looking for more bookings. Anybody comes to visit, either whether you want a family trip, sightseeing trip, sandbar trip, or really avid fishermen, we'll take y'all and show you a good time out here in Anna Maria Island. All right, guys, so I know it's getting late out here, so it's hard to see a lot of the stuff, and it's gonna be one of our last stops that we're gonna make. But this is the Anna Maria Oyster Bar behind me. Great little place to eat. I know a lot of y'all love this place. It looks like it made it through well. No damage, visual damage. Doesn't look like it got any water in it. Looks like they'll be back open and operational soon here on Anna Maria Island. More we see, the more we have hope. Another great spot that we all love, Bridge Tender Inn. It's a great little beach spot if you like that casual laid-back bar atmosphere. It is a little damaged. I'm gonna say this one's gonna be a short-term remodel. Won't take too long, but it's got a little bit of damage, but they'll be back in operational too here soon with the same look and the same vibe going on down here. All right, guys, to finish this video, I'm going to one of the best places at the end of the day to watch sunset. Bean Point behind me. If you go there all the time, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't been there, go check it out. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to this video. Bean Point is in perfect shape and ready for you to come see your next sunset out here. We're gonna make it in before the sunset tonight. And I only see 2 people out there. It's the least I've ever seen at Bean Point on a sunset. It's an iconic place for that. And hope this helped y'all see what's going on really on Anna Maria Island, what we really got going on, and how to plan your next year. Coming to come visit us and see us down in Anna Maria Island. We will be back. It'll be stronger than ever. If you need a fishing charter or anything like that, like I said before, reach out to me, floridafishingco.com or 352-388-1155. Make sure y'all subscribe if you like some fishing.